I've always heard about David Fincher, referenced as a visual master, and he is. What I was so pleasantly surprised by was how generous he was with the actors. I mean, aside from creating a schedule that allowed for not only experimentation, but just kind of gave us the time to perfect what we had planned on doing. He had the most kind of valuable notes, even after the many takes that he's known for doing. The first scene we shot in the film, it's a 9-page dialogue scene, and we shot it 99 times. And there was one time that I felt I had kind of gotten off on the wrong foot, and this happens not infrequently with actors, and usually you're the only one who knows it, and you ask everybody around you, wasn't that take terrible? And everybody says, no, it looked the same as the other ones. But that one take that I felt I'd gotten off on the wrong foot, David cut in the middle. It was the only take he cut in the middle of the scene without letting us finish the entire scene, and said, I think you got off on the wrong foot. I think we should start again. And it's astounding. You just don't see somebody that in tune with what the actors are doing. As in tune as he is visually, he's that in tune with kind of not only kind of what the actors are doing, but seemingly what the actors are thinking. The character that I play has usually kind of 10 things happening at once in his head. When he's having a conversation with somebody, he's really having 10 conversations to their one, and they're kind of struggling to keep up with one of those. I kind of just tried to get into the spirit of that thought process. Of what it's like to be just distracted by a million things and yet so focused on something so singular, which is, of course, for Mark, Facebook. Oftentimes on a movie set, which are very kind of contrived experiences, there's a camera in front of your face and 100 people who don't know what you're going through on set. All that stuff can be very distracting. In this case, I kind of was almost aided by it. This is the kind of role that being on a big movie set can almost, you can almost work in tandem with the distractions of the movie set. So if somebody's kind of crossing the camera, normally, in any other role, that might be really distracting and kind of, it might kind of throw you off in the scene when you're trying to focus on the scene. With Mark, maybe Mark would look at that and he would be thrown off what's happening, with what he's supposed to be focusing on, or what's scripted that he's focusing on. This movie, in that way, and with this very unique character, was kind of almost aided by the often distracting process of shooting a movie. That's what you want from a director, somebody who lets you believe in your character as much as he does, and it shows in the movie. One of the great reactions to the movie has been that the audience allegiance shifts during the film, and by the end of it, their allegiance kind of does not lie with one single character, but with kind of just the film and the story that was presented in a kind of a fair way. When I read the script and had to make an audition tape for the film, I decided purposefully not to look at any pictures or video of Mark Zuckerberg. I was very tempted to, but I felt, that I had enough there in the script, and that was the most kind of significant feeling I had. The other feeling I had is that I felt if I were to do the movie, I'd want to do it right and look at everything. And I wouldn't want to do a cursory, analysis of Mark Zuckerberg before I made a tape, which had to be, sent to Los Angeles, the next day. Had the movie started that day, I would have been fine. I mean, the script really created this character that, to me, appeared entirely understandable. There's a variety of reactions to the character. One of them is that he appears, enigmatic, or that he kind of, appears maybe reserved in a socially strange way. To me, he appeared entirely understandable, sympathetic, perfectly defendable.